Tax Assistant Online is an optional extension to the desktop version of Tax Assistant. It allows individual taxpayers to complete their tax returns online, which can then be imported by the nominated tax agent to the desktop application, where they can be validated and lodged with the tax office. The website of Tax Assistant Online is www.taxassistant.com.au. There you can find information on how the online application works, and get answers to frequently asked questions. The homepage has a self-registration option for new clients and a login option for existing clients. Let's register as a new taxpayer. The registration page requires basic contact information as well as a valid tax file number. Populate the fields, then click on the OK button. Tax Assistant Online will suggest the list of agents in your local area based on postcode. By clicking on the View button, you can view the contact details of the agent and fees the agent charges for their online services. The green ticks in Payment table indicate the appropriate items are included in the corresponding payment plan. It is possible to change the filter and search for agents in other areas by the postcode, or choose to view tax agents in an entire state. To choose a tax agent, click on the Choose button. This will take you to a control panel, the screen that you will see each time you log into your account in Tax Assistant Online. It allows the taxpayer to change their profile details by clicking on the Profile button, or to send an email, or post a question to the tax agent. Messages can be read by a tax agent via their desktop application. To start a new tax return in the selected year, click on the Open Tax Return button. If you open a tax return for the first time, you will have to answer the following questions. The answers will allow the program to customize your tax return by hiding irrelevant items. By default, all questions have positive answers indicating that all items are required. Suppose we are not sole traders, therefore we will answer no to this question. We will leave other questions and click on the Next button. The tax return form will be opened. To prepare a tax return, we have to provide information in all relevant items, validate the return, pay the fee for the online service, and sign the return ready for lodgement. Let's start answering the questions. It is possible to provide income details by entering amounts directly to the form. However, where the item descriptions are underlined, we can use worksheets to complete the items. To open the worksheet, click on the underlined item description, complete the worksheet, then click the OK button to transfer values to the tax return. Each item on the tax return form is linked to a help topic, which can be activated by clicking on the item number, like this. The help topic provides the list of income or expense categories that can be claimed in the item, and to avoid any common errors, it also lists the categories that cannot be shown in the item. If you need further assistance completing the tax return, click on the Help button. In the Help screen, you can access the topic that will provide information on how to use the program, as well as the provision for submitting your question to your nominated tax agent. Every time the form is updated, the online tax estimate will display the tax payable or refund based on the data entered in the tax return. You can click on this button to view the details of the calculation. The next step is validation of the tax return. Click on the Check button to check for any logical errors in the tax return. In our case, we have failed to provide our salary and wage occupation. Let's select one. Accountant, for example. Now we will save the return and click on the Check button again to refresh the error list. As you can see, the error has disappeared and the tax return has passed the validation test. It is possible to upload supporting documents to your tax return, such as Payee payment summaries. To upload a document, click on the Documents link first, then click on the Upload New Document button and choose the document. Uploading of scanned images of the document is not required, but if supplied, will assist the tax agent in verifying the data entry of your tax return. Click on the Finish button to finalize the tax return. This screen will indicate the return has passed validation test and we can proceed with the payment. The indicated fee was calculated based on the payment plan that was triggered by completed items in your tax return. You can choose one out of 4 payment options. Allow the tax agent to deduct the service fee from your refund. Usually this service attracts an additional fee, in this case $22. This option appears only if the refund is sufficient. Payment online using credit card, via PayPal, log in using your PayPal account to complete the payment, or via mail order. In this case, we will have to print the tax invoice and send the payment details to the tax agent via normal post. This can be either receipt of direct deposit, credit card details, or enclosed check. Some of the payment options may be disabled by a tax agent. For the sake of this presentation, we will choose to pay by mail order. We will leave the selection there and click on the Next button to go to the declaration form. Before you can sign your tax return for lodgement, you have to declare that all information provided in the tax return is true and correct, and that you allow your nominated tax agent to lodge the tax return on your behalf. You can then digitally sign your tax return, reproducing your signature in the box using the mouse pointer. When all declaration boxes are ticked and a signature produced, click on the Submit button to sign the return for lodgement. Upon submission of the return, an email will be sent to your email address. The email will have a copy of the printed tax return, tax estimate, and tax invoice. You will have to check the attached details again and notify the nominated tax agent if any errors in the return were detected. This concludes our Tax Assistant online presentation. Thank you for your attention.